So then I would again share things. Fine. Okay. So yeah, so we look at, and I ask you by asking, I mean, let me recap a few things to recap. And in recap, what we have seen basically that what are vectors? What are vectors? Okay, so you vaguely know ki, if a quantity, let's say A, it has basically something like symbol like this kind of stuff, right? So which basically signifies that it has magnitude and direction. So directional dependent quantities, right? Directional dependent quantities. Okay, so so that's what it is. So we look at what these are, but what I was basically interested to basically look at a few more aspects, and those are basically the, let me again write something like this, translational properties, right? So this is what that I was interested in. So what it means, so if you remember, do you remember what I said basically? I said, for example, if you have a coordinate system, something like this, and you want to define a position vector, right? That's basically a vector. You see what I mean? Basically, you put a step in a three-dimensional plane, right? So for the sake of fullness, let's write this as a z-axis and this as a point P, and the coordinate of this point is something somewhere x, y, z, right? So what I said basically, what will happen if I just want to measure something from here, from this origin, and what will happen if I want to measure something from here, right? Z is Z and Y is Y, and I want to measure something from here. See this same P. So what this P will be exactly, that's what the point was, right? And we saw that basically that this is basically nothing but how much the origin is basically displaced, right? So what are the transformation laws here? Can you state to me? So transformation laws, you remember what were the transformation laws? Anyone? So how do you write transformation from here to here, right? You can see only these x's are displaced by something like this, right? Right? Is that okay? This is A. So yeah, you just respond whatever you feel like, because then I will feel more connected, right? So this I would say, let's say question 1. Yeah. Yeah. So can you see these things perfectly and hear to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, perfect. So just keep on talking, right? Because that's very important. So I said basically क्या होता है कि जब आप एक कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम से दूसरे कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम में जाते हैं, और दोनों कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम, मेरा कहने का ये मतलब था कि you see a quantity which has a magnitude and direction, that quantity is basically your vector quantity, right? जैसा कि the basic definition of a vector is. तो कहने का मतलब था कि मैंने यहाँ आप देख सकते हैं मेरा ये पोजीशन वेक्टर आर, मैंने स्टेप एक चला, एक कदम रखा स्पेस में, राइट? दैट्स कॉल्ड माय स्टेप. And the step has basically, you see, it's a three-dimensional system, so you will have to specify it with the three coordinate, right? In the x direction, in the y direction, and in the z direction, right? Now the point was, if a person want to write the physical laws in this frame, right? If I want to write the physical laws in this frame, and what that physical laws are basically, right? So that can be basically your Newton's law. So for the moment, let's concentrate on Newton's law, right? Newton's second law of motion. So if someone want to write the motion in this frame and someone want to write the motion in this frame, how these two things are related, right? So do you remember what we derived last time? Can someone enlighten me on that? So what were the conclusions last time? Like, this is a prime system, this is x prime, y prime, and z prime, and this is your p point, same point you measure, which will of course have the coordinate like x prime, y prime, z prime. But since you see x prime is nothing but what? You look at the question one, right? Y prime is same and z prime is same. So now if I want to write the Newton's laws here in this frame, let's say suppose I want to write this thing, what it will be, and I multiply it. So this will be something like fx, right? But fx prime. Is that, are you following me? आप लोग को समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Right? So that's what we derived basically, that कि fx prime क्या होगा? fx होगा, right? और fy prime क्या होगा? fy होगा, right? fz prime क्या होगा? Right? तो इससे हमने क्या conclusion निकाला था? Can Jumi have also asked a question, right? So we said that the physical laws are translational invariance, right? Physical
Yes, sir.
laws follow translational invariance. So you asked me what exactly that means, right? That was your question, right?
Yes, sir.
So the meaning of this term particularly is that basically, in other terms, you can also say to it that's basically translational symmetry. And the idea of this is having something like, if someone, for example, if I want to run a machine in my frame, suppose I live in somewhere in India, around 100 miles of you, right? You live in Guwahati, and I want to measure something, and so I have a machine, let's say this sort of machine called pulley system or something like that. And I want to write the acceleration of this frame. Suppose this is rotating with some, or whatever. I want to write basically the acceleration of this frame with some forces and things like that, right? And so what I will do, I will try to measure somewhere with respect to some origin, right? Some position and some velocity and some acceleration, right? You follow? And then you are sitting somewhere around 1000 kilometers here, right? And you want to measure same thing again. You again, set up a similar thing here in this frame, which is basically this much displaced. And you again want to define the same laws for this frame. Like you again want to write the Newton law again for this frame again. Newton law, right? Newton's law. तो कहने का मतलब था कि जो तुम यहाँ मेजर करोगे और जो तुम इक्वेशन यहाँ लिखोगे वही इक्वेशन यहाँ लिख पाओगे क्या? So the answer was perfectly you can. तो उससे क्या निष्कर्ष निकलता है? इसका निष्कर्ष ये निकलता है कि ये किसी फ्रेम का बात नहीं, राइट? कि तुम कहीं से भी नाप लो, या मतलब तुम यहाँ से वही लॉ लिख लो, या गुवाहाटी से लिख लो, या यूएस से लिख लो, या whatever you want to write, you will always write the same law. Translation का मतलब like you have displaced a thing in the space, maybe in this case a coordinate system. You have displaced this coordinate system and you want to write the laws, but you have seen that the laws are basically the same, right? So that's what the one very important conclusion was, that the translational invariance have. And whenever someone asks you the question, like if I give you something like transformation like x minus 10, y prime, y minus 10, and z prime, z minus 20. So what will be the associated, for example, I say, what will be the Newton's laws in this reference frame? So you must able to answer these questions, right? So these was about translational things, but today I'm interested in a bit more important concept called the concept of rotation, right? तो ये अभी हम मोरलेस वेक्टर्स ही देख रहे हैं, राइट? लेकिन वेक्टर के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में मैं कुछ चीजों की बात करना चाह रहा हूँ जो कि लाइक इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट. तो क्या उसके कॉन्सेप्ट में फिर हम देखेंगे कि वेक्टर में एसोसिएटेड फर्दर चीजें क्या है, राइट? तो मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि वेक्टर्स को तो मैंने आपको बता दिया. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक वेक्टर है जो कि है पोजिशन ऑफ ए पार्टिकल, राइट? ऑफ ए पार्टिकल. तो कहने का मतलब वो मैंने यहाँ से कुछ डिफाइन की थी, राइट? इस तरह से, मतलब यहाँ कोई पी पॉइंट है जिसका ये कोई पोजीशन वेक्टर आर है, राइट। तो उसका ये बेसिकली एक्स एक्सिस थी आपकी और ये वाई एक्सिस थी, तो इसका कोऑर्डिनेट क्या हो गया, एक्स वाई हो गया, राइट। तो अभी कहने का मतलब ये एक फ्रेम था, अभी मैं यहाँ पर मैंने कुछ लिखा और मैंने इसी फ्रेम को क्या किया, आई हैव जस्ट रोटेटेड दिस फ्रेम समथिंग लाइक एक्स प्राइम and something like y prime with, for example, this was the previous angle theta. So now what I did, I basically rotated it with some theta prime. Okay, so this was theta, now I rotated it with some theta prime, right? But you see one point, important point here, the origin is basically same, right? तो अभी मेरा क्वेश्चन ये होगा कि now what about again Newton's laws? Now what about positions particularly? Let's talk about positions. What about position in this new frame, right? तो आप लोग अच्छा बता सकते हो, पहले केस में आपको पता था जब आपके पास ये था, कुछ इस टाइप की चीज थी, राइट, कुछ इस टाइप की चीज थी जो कि इस तरह से डिस्प्लेस थी, तो यहाँ पर ओरिजिन डिस्प्लेस थे, राइट। आप देख सकते थे ये बेसिकली इसमें ए का डिफरेंस था। अभी हमारे पास क्या हुआ है, बेसिकली ये एक्स था, ये वाई था, अभी ओरिजिन नहीं डिस्प्लेस हुआ, ये यहीं पे रहा, और ये क्या हुआ, ये बेसिकली एक्स प्राइम हो गया और ये क्या हो गया, वाई प्राइम हो गया। तो अभी अगर मैं, जैसे यहाँ पर आपने देखा था कि अगर यहाँ पर कोई फोर्स एफ एक्स है और यहाँ पर कोई फोर्स एफ एक्स प्राइम है, तो मैंने दिखाया था कि एफ एक्स जो है वो एफ एक्स प्राइम निकल के आ जाता है, राइट। तो कहने का मतलब है कि सिमिलर, तो क्या इस केस में हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, राइट। कहने का मतलब कि अगर मेरा एक कोई पॉइंट पी था,
एक्सक्यूज मी सर।
हाँ हाँ बोलिए।
सर ये fx is equal to fx प्राइम है,
हाँ,
वो सर ट्रांसलेशनल सिमेट्री होगा ना,
या
fx equal to fx प्राइम।
yeah, I mean, look, it's not that fx should be equal to fx prime, but it's something like new, whatever the physical laws, they should be intact. समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात आपका, कहने का मतलब अगर मैंने कोई न्यूटन का लॉ इस फ्रेम में लिखा है तो that Newton's law should be written in this frame also, but in this case आपके पास एक भाग्यशाली चीज ये है कि it turns out to be the very much same. समझ रहे हैं?
यस सर।
You see my point, but here you will see something a bit a more technical thing, right? Are you following what I'm trying to say?
यस सर, यस सर।
What I'm trying to say, basically, you should be able to define the same set of laws which are governing a body here, and the same set of laws which are governing a body here. You see? Are you following?
यस यस सर।
हाँ, so मैं क्या बोला कि अभी क्या हुआ कि now I just want to transform this thing, right? तो क्या है कि और मैंने जस्ट रोटेट किया, मैंने ओरिजिन नहीं चेंज किया, आई जस्ट रोटेटेड दिस कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम। तो आप देख सकते हैं ये एक्स प्राइम, ये एक्स यहाँ से यहाँ चला गया और ये बेसिकली यहाँ से यहाँ चला गया। तो पहले जो मेरा ये पी पॉइंट था, यहाँ पर कहीं मेरा पी पॉइंट था जिसका कोऑर्डिनेट एक्स वाई था, और अगर अभी, और मान लो वो इस एक्सिस से, अपनी ओरिजिनल एक्सिस से थीटा एंगल पे था, राइट। अभी मान लो यही कोऑर्डिनेट थीटा प्राइम हो गया, तो ये वाला एंगल कितना होगा बता सकते हैं आप लोग?
थीटा माइनस थीटा प्राइम।
थीटा माइनस थीटा प्राइम, परफेक्ट। सो अगर ये वाला पोजीशन वेक्टर आर था तो इसका मैग्नीट्यूड कितना होगा? मैग्नीट्यूड विल बी समथिंग लाइक दिस, राइट?
x square plus y square.
Yeah, exactly. And it will be something, I will write something like this without a vector sign, right? Is that okay? Are you following? तो
Yes.
तो
Yes, sir.
इस तो मेरा कहने का मतलब है ये जो वेक्टर है, ये मेरा पोजीशन वेक्टर, यू सी दीज लाइंस आर बिट टिल्टेड बट डोंट वरी, यू जस्ट फॉलो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से। तो ये जो मेरा वेक्टर है, इसका जो एक्स कंपोनेंट है वो क्या, मैं कैसे लिख सकता हूँ? r cos theta and
Plus r sin theta.
r sin theta, right? So, I mean, this is not the right way. I mean, let me. Okay. So what I'm trying to say now, basically, this xy, what? Yeah. So the xy words, how much was the xy in this case? It was something like r cos theta and r sin theta, right? Are you following these things? So इसका कोऑर्डिनेट ये क्या होगा? ये अगर थीटा है तो ये x कोऑर्डिनेट कितना हो जाएगा? एक आप ट्रायंगल बना लो and cos theta is equal to x by this thing, right? R, right? That implies x equal to r cos theta, right? And similarly, sin theta equal to y by r. This implies y equal to r sin theta, right? Now, what happened to this frame? Now, again, I just want to write the position of this coordinate with respect to this prime system, right? You see my point? So prime system में क्या होगा? Let's take a new slide. So again, let me make this x, y, and this is again prime. This is again y prime. This was my P, and this was theta. And this is how much? This is theta prime, and this is theta minus theta prime, right? Now, I again say now, if you want to write in this coordinate system, then you have to take again with respect to this angle, right? Are you following? So the xy
Yes, sir.
component that I previously written something like r cos theta and r sin theta. Now again, with respect to, these are with respect to what? Unprimed axis, like unprimed. Okay, unprimed. Now, if I want to write prime, so what it will be? Can someone tell me?
Theta minus theta dash.
Exactly, r cos theta minus and r sin
R sin theta minus theta dash.
theta dash, exactly. So now let's look at what these quantity are. So that means x equal to r cos theta minus theta prime. Of course, you can put a unit vector, but I'm not doing that because of the sake of simplicity. So r sin theta minus theta prime, and it will also not require it, because you see these, I'm just writing the component of vector, so that's very obvious. You don't have to put that. So y prime r sin, sorry, this is not required. This is not required. So now r sin theta minus theta prime. So what this equation will look like to you? Okay, so let's name this. First was 1. Let's say this is 2, this is 3, and this set is basically 4. So 4. So now how can write you x prime? R cos theta minus cos theta prime. How would that be? Cos theta prime plus, right? And what will be y prime? Can someone tell me? Okay, someone know sin A minus B?
Yes, sir.
What
Cos
is
theta dash
Hmm.
minus cos theta
Hmm.
sin theta dash.
Exactly, right? So this, let's call this is 5. So let's take it in the slide. So now what x prime looks like? X cos theta plus y sin theta, and y prime, what it looks like? Is that right? You have to check, right? X prime was how much? R cos theta minus theta prime, and then when you open this, cos theta prime plus sin theta prime, right? So r cos theta, you know what is this? X, right? In the unprimed system, right?
Yes, sir.
And r
Right,
sin
sir.
theta is y in the unprimed system, right? So you know x prime is something like this. Now y prime, you know what is that? Sin theta minus sine theta prime, right? So what will be that? Sine theta cos theta prime minus cos theta sine theta prime. So what is that? R sine theta is what? Y cos theta prime minus R cos theta is what? X sine theta prime. So you see these are the right transformations. So make this as a right. So X cos theta prime, Y sine theta prime, X sine theta prime with minus sign, and this comes with a positive sign. So these are your new set of transformation rules. You see my point? तो क्या है कि अगर मैंने एक कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम जो ये डिफाइन किया था x and y with something like my point was somewhere here, and what I did, I just rotated my system something like this with some angle theta. You see that how the transformation goes from one coordinate to the other coordinate system, right? तो ये क्या है कि मतलब अभी now the point was how I again ask similar question. Now the question is this. You see, you know the definition of vectors, right? And what is a definition? Now I'm defining you vector basically. Definition. So you know that basically the vector is something like having direction as well as magnitude, right? So that's your vector, right? But I'm putting you a more refined definition before you now. The point is, I said to you, if I have a quantity, something like this, which suppose depend upon the position vectors, which is a function of position vector, which can be any function of position vector, right? Now the point is, for this to be vector, it has to be transformed in a similar way, the way it has transforming. आप समझ रहे हो मेरी बात? Did you follow?
Yes, sir.
मेरा कहने का मतलब है, अगर मैं डिफाइन करूं कि समथिंग लाइक न्यू क्वांटिटी कॉल्ड df by dr, समथिंग लाइक दिस, राइट? तो अगर मैं बोलूं ये क्वांटिटी वेक्टर होगी, एंड द आंसर विल बी समथिंग लाइक दिस, ये क्वांटिटी वेक्टर होगी अगर द वे दिस क्वांटिटी इज ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग, दिस होल क्वांटिटी हैज टू ट्रांसफॉर्म इन अ सिमिलर फैशन. आया समझ में आप लोगों को? Did you follow? Any questions?
Sir, can you repeat that part
Yeah.
which you
Yeah.
said?
So let me repeat again. So what I said basically, if R is a vector, right? इसको तो आप बोल सकते हो बहुत आसानी से कि ये वेक्टर है, राइट? क्योंकि एक स्टेप है जो मैंने चला स्पेस में जिसके पास 3 कंपोनेंट्स हैं. बट क्या हर चीज जिसके पास 3 कंपोनेंट है वो वेक्टर हो जाएगा क्या? No, it's not like that, right? So the general rule that I'm giving to you, if I say R is a vector, and if I say, can I define this as a vector? This is a question for you. So what I said basically right now, you see, R has some sort of transformation rule when I transform my coordinate systems, right? So something like when I go to prime to unprime. So I went from prime to unprime to prime, something like this, and R transforms something like this. What was it? So this was the way it was going, right? Now, if I say dr by dt should be vector, then they should also form the exact similar transformation laws. You see my point? So any function of R which should be a vector must be following similar sort of transformation laws. So now I say force is a vector, force is a vector quantity. So are you agreeing with this point? Force is a vector quantity?
Yes, sir.
You are agreeing, right? So can you show me this is going to follow the similar set of transformation laws? Can you take this as a homework?
Okay, sir.
Show me that what will be the how the force will transform in these two frames, right? Note down this as a homework. This is your question. Okay. So this you can take a point P here similar way and take this theta prime and do a similar analysis. The coordinate of this are x, y, right? So you must show that this have the same transformation laws. I think you can do that. That will not be a very big problem for you. Now again, take another question. These are very important questions. I mean, honestly, from all point of view, wherever you are going to study or things like that. Now again, show that velocity also follow the similar sort of transformation laws. Okay. So these two set of questions, you must do that. Yeah. Okay. So now let's I mean define the basically one more thing called the scalar product of vector, right? Scalar product of vectors. So what that means basically. So it means, for example, if in this context, for example, this was a position vector, right? So if I say basically the scalar product, how do we write the scalar product? Scalar product is something like a product of R with R itself, or maybe some other vector, or maybe two different vectors. So it can be in any fashion. So this will also be a scalar product, but this will have something like peculiarity, right? I will discuss what the important aspects of it. So R dot R will be something like how much? How much it will be? R square, right?
R square.
Exactly. And what it will looks like? X square plus Y square plus, if there is a Z axis here, so Z square, right? Okay. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
So now again,
Okay, sir.
I will show you that this is invariant. So this is very important point for you right now, what I just wrote to you. So what I mean invariant, basically, like if I measure R square in suppose unprimed system, okay? So a measurement in unprimed, and now measurement again measure in this prime. So that means R square must be same as R prime square, right? So you will see that basically these sort of quantities are basically the scalar product x square plus y square plus z square is invariant under rotation, right? Other transformations we can't say much right now, but at least we have seen in case of rotation, but it will be invariant for others too when you see that, of course, for a specific transformation which we describe in physics, right? तो ये कहाँ पे ऐसा चीज, ये जो हमने डिफाइन किया, ये सॉरी ये आर स्क्वायर समथिंग लाइक, ये कहाँ पे यूज होता है फिजिक्स में ऐसी चीजें? काइनेटिक एनर्जी कैसे लिखते हो आप लोग, राइट? इसको कैसे लिख सकते हैं?
GDT of RMP.
यही तो है ना ये चीज, राइट?
Yes.
Right. So you see that
Yes, sir.
is the kinetic energy is basically this thing. You should always think that V is a vector here sitting, right? It's not a number, right? ठीक है. तो अभी so अभी हम देखेंगे basically let's now again define the vector algebra. तो आपने देखा भी होगा इलेक्ट्रोडायनेमिक्स में कुछ आपको इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया था, like if A and B are two vectors, if A and B are two vectors, then you can write the sum of two vectors, right? The way you write the sum, basically sum of two quantities, right? So now I again want to ask you that, will this be a vector?
Yes, sir.
How do you know that? Homework. Show me that. How do you say that? I mean, convince me in the next class. So basic algebra is very trivial with the vectors, and of course interesting too, but I'm just very much interested today to at least introduce basically the differential calculus with the vectors. Okay. So before I introduce the differential calculation, let me introduce the concept of fields. Fields, F-I-E-L-D-S, okay. So fields. So fields क्या होते हैं? एक स्केलर चीज भी हो सकती है और वेक्टर चीज भी हो सकती है, राइट? तो मतलब मेरा कहने का मतलब है स्केलर फील्ड भी हो सकता है और वेक्टर फील्ड भी हो सकता है, राइट? तो स्केलर फील्ड क्या होता है? A scalar field which is basically a field which is a field का मतलब यही है कि it is defined on the each point in the space time, right? I mean time को छोड़ दो, कहने का मतलब है कि अगर मेरा ये कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम है एक्स वाई डायरेक्शन में है, तो मान लो कि मैं एक ऐसा कंटूर डिफाइन किया, तो ये ईच पॉइंट पे मैंने कुछ एक नंबर से ये डिफाइंड है, राइट? अगर मान लो ये कोई ऐसा ब्लॉक होता जो एक टेम्परेचर T इक्वल टू 20 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे मेंटेन होता, तो मैं बोलता कि ये बेसिकली एक स्केलर फील्ड है, राइट? व्हिच इज बेसिकली डिजाइन बाय इट्स टेम्परेचर, राइट? तो एक ब्लॉक बेसिकली एक टेम्परेचर से ही स्पेसिफाइड है और टेम्परेचर ईच स्पेस टाइम पॉइंट पे डिफाइंड है, व्हिच इज बेसिकली लाइक it is of same temperature, that's the block has maintained its temperature, something like that. तो वो क्वांटिटी समथिंग लाइक अ वेरी सिमिलर क्वांटिटी, लाइक 20 के आसपास का ही फ्लक्चुएशन रहेगा इस पूरे ब्लॉक में। तो इस टाइप के कंटूर आप सोच सकते हैं जो कि बेसिकली लाइक ये 30 पे है, ये 40 पे है, सो दीज आर बेसिकली कॉल्ड स्केलर फील्ड, राइट? तो अभी क्या, जैसे कि जो आप जैसे हाइट लेते हो, राइट? हाइट, हाउ यू मेजर हाइट फ्रॉम ए ग्राउंड, लाइक फ्रॉम ए बेसिकली योर the called what sea level, right? You measure always your height from sea level, right? So like you say somewhere here you are at sea level, then you start measuring, let's say this is 10, let's say this is 20, let's say this is 30. So these are the basically, when you measure this point, this was around 10, let's say whatever unit meter height, let's say it's a 20, this is a 30, and this is 30 on so on. Now this is some field, again this is a scalar field, right? This is again a scalar field, right? Because it is only defined by just one scalar number, right? It doesn't need a direction, right? It is just need a number. So I think yeah, now I just because I have a certain time restriction, so I don't know if you guys are more interested. I can introduce this concept a bit more by sending another link if you're willing, or maybe I would continue this in the next class. So I leave this to you. So now you can of course tell me that what you want. Okay, because this meeting is going to stop in 3 minutes. So I would just